Hello all, Kacky is currently in full swing and I've been having a blast playing it.
Boom, dude. Let's go. Let's go. We gotta finish.
On the off chance you don't know what Kacky is, it is a month-long event with 75 difficult tracks released, and the sole goal is to complete as many as you can during the month. As I just said, the maps can be really difficult, especially when you are not 100% certain on how to do the maps. It can turn a map that should only take about 10 minutes to a map that takes 2 hours, so I'm here to help you. I thought I'd go through the 5 easiest maps of this season's Kacky based on the number of finishes so far, and explain in detail how to beat each map. So let's start off with map 365. With 1,584 finishes, this map is by far the easiest of the bunch, and there's a decent chance that you finished this already as well. But for those who haven't, I'll go through this one quite quickly as it is fairly straightforward. The map consists of a right-hander into a drop-down where the goal is to get a bounce that launches you over the next road. Then you have to do the same thing again, but this time bounce into the finish. This trick is quite inconsistent. My only real input is to try to enter the drop-down slightly diagonally, as this gave me far more attempts. For the final drop-down, try to hold down left steer for the entire turn and then release the steering as you drop down. This ending you'll have to do quite a few times, but if you do the strat that I told you, you should have plenty of attempts each session. Map 371 has 1,114 finishers as of writing the script, the only other map with more than 1,000 finishers, and it's due to the incredibly consistent setup that you can do on this map. The map consists of a drop down into a booster. When you hit it, it will bounce the nose of your car upward once you clip your front 2 wheels into the grass, execute a bug slide, and fly towards this whole structure where the finishes are underneath. As you cross into this section, you'll fly through an engine off block, so landing just anywhere isn't an option. So the tactic most people use is to aim for this reset block and bounce onto the finished platform. When you start off, choose which side you want to go to and drive that direction. Then around halfway down the drop down, you want to hit the brake button mid-air to stop your car from over-rotating. This is called an air brake. Once you land, you want to steer the car to align with the boosters. Once your car is aligned, then start steering to the direction you want to jump before you hit the grass. Keep holding the steering input, and once your back wheels have left the boosters, you start holding down brake without letting go of any of the other inputs you're already holding. This will execute a bug slide. Now just fly in the general direction of the reset block and hopefully hit it to bounce onto the finished platform. You can release and accelerate mid-air to control your flight speed. Here is how it looks in full. Map 367 has 787 finishes, quite a lot fewer than 371. Don't let this deter you. I'll share a very smart tactic here that will absolutely help you out with this and many more maps going forward. So map 367 contains only 2 jumps. The first one, you want to hit this tiny window that contains a reset block and a booster. Once you land here, it's just a simple jump into the finish, which is located in this other tiny window. The 2 jumps are entirely skill-based, and I unfortunately cannot say much else than you just have to get used to them. Try to jump diagonally and hold right steer as you hit the window. You will start to get a feel for it at some point, but what is important is what you do with the attempts that do make it over to the next platform. And that is where my tip comes in handy. So if you go into the Kacky Reloaded Club, locate the current Kacky campaign and find the map you wish to train, enter the map, then press escape and add the map to your favorites. Now you can open the map in the map editor and place your car wherever on the track you wish to practice. And on 367, it's right here on the platform that you land on. Sit down and practice the final jump until you get a feel for the line that you're comfortable with. And once you've found a line that works for you and you've hit the finish a few times, or 10, then you can go on the servers and give the map an actual go, knowing that if you make it over to the second platform, then you have a great chance at hitting the finish as well. Now on to the next map, map 335. It has 387 finishes and is quite luck-based, but I'll give you the inputs that you need to finish, and your job will be to execute them as well as possible and pray really hard that you make it to the finish. The map consists of nothing but a downhill, a beam on a booster, and a finish on either side. The intended way to complete this map is to hit this beam, do a backflip, hit the same beam again diagonally to do a backflip over the wall, land on this beam over here, and drift into the finish. This is also the strategy that I will be showing you, but I should tell you that a different strategy has surfaced. Here, players just drive into the wall, get a perfect bounce, and get shot over the wall somehow. I have no clue how consistent this is, how hard it is, or what input you need. I do know that it's driving into a wall until something good happens, and it looks like brain rot, so I won't be focusing on that. Now, to finish this map the intended way, all you have to do is drive straight into this beam and steer either left or right depending on which finish you like. I chose left. This will send you into a backflip. Hold the inputs and hopefully you'll bounce on the beam again. So unfortunately, this is a little bit of a brain rot lottery map, so I suggest playing this while watching something on the other monitor. Like my stream on Twitch, I swear to God, it's funny. Now, trading very close to the previous map with 681 finishes is map 329. My God, I hated this map as it felt fully random and I had next to no control. Until Virtual gave me a huge tip, and I took his tip and boy, it was good. And now I will bequeath onto you my tip, which is his tip, but I'll take credit for it because I'm making the video. So map 329 is quite simple. You just have to jump into this wall ride, balance on these 3 plastic walls to hopefully land on this beam with enough speed to jump onto the finished platform. I landed on my roof, but it still worked. Not intended though. But yeah, so what is the trick? Let me enlighten you. First off, it should go without saying that you're gonna hold accelerate throughout this entire map. Once you exit the first wall ride, you have to air brake immediately. Now you're only gonna hold accelerate while driving sideways on the first wall. As you're progressing from the first to the second wall, as you hit the wall, hold accelerate, brake, and steer right for a brief moment. This should stabilize your car. When you get to the third wall, hold accelerate, brake, and steer left as you hit the wall. Once again, only do this briefly. I know it doesn't seem like much, but I spent so long on this map going nowhere. But after doing these tricks, I got the map almost instantly after, and many more consistent attempts at getting to the beam. If you want another 5, let me know in the comments because I will not be making any more of these videos if they're not needed or wanted. But I thought I'd try to help out the new Kacky players, and if you want, I'll do 5 more maps and we can see where that takes us. Anyways, please subscribe and watch one of these other videos that I made.